This trip was planned at the very last minute, like literally the day before I left. I did a trip a few weeks earlier that was supposed to be 10 days, but I cut it short and ended up only staying 6 days because of a heat wave. I spent most of that trip on North T Lake, but since I left a few days early, I felt like I didn't get the proper North T experience that I was hoping for. So, for the first time in my tripping career, I went back to the same lake 2 times in the same month. It would give me more time to explore the lake and hopefully offer a sense of finality and a proper conclusion to the previous 6-day trip. The forecast was looking amazing, so I packed my gear and booked 3 nights on North T's west arm. I had a bit of a crazy plan too. I was going to try and get myself an island mega site for the 3 nights. Don't worry, I'll explain what that means shortly. We just launched onto Cowilimog Lake. We're heading back to North T for the second time this year. Second time in like 30 days. And the water is dead calm. The sun is in the sky. It's going to be about 21, 22 degrees today, which is pretty hot when there's no clouds, no wind, and the water's reflecting on the lake. So it should be a gorgeous day. I'm in no rush. Got on the water at 9:15. So I'll be there probably 1 or 2 o'clock. Find a nice site, set up shop, and that's the plan. We just finished the first portage, paddling towards the second one. So I am now on North T Lake. That's the portage. I spent about half an hour at the portage landing. First there was a guide with his girlfriend and they were taking out a Swiss couple. That's a nice campsite on a point, big rocky point. And it is dead calm on this lake. You can see the colors are starting to show. And I'm filming everything with my iPhone right now. And you haven't seen me in the canoe because my GoPro isn't working. Very typical of GoPro. Anywho, I've got a big lake to paddle. And I'm gonna go find a campsite. I'll stop talking to the camera so we can get going. For this trip, I had the crazy idea of taking the campsite on the southwestern tip of the large island. It sits up high on a cliff and offers a beautiful view west from the large pebble beach at the front of the site. But the reason I called this idea crazy was because I was hoping that the adjacent campsites would be empty. There was one campsite a few meters to the north and 2 more campsites around the side of the southern tip of the island, facing east. If all of those sites stayed unoccupied, it would give me one mega site all to myself. After getting the campsite that I was aiming for, I set up camp and collected some firewood. Now, I need to be clear about my mega site idea. I was going to set up camp at one single campsite, like normal. My hope was that the adjacent campsites would stay unoccupied, but I had no intention of making those other campsites look occupied to prevent people from camping there. That would be really bad etiquette. Quite a bit in here and they're pretty thick pieces. Oh. And I redid the fire pit, so I think I'm good for the night. Hilo, it's okay, you can leave it. You're not going to jump and get it. We got a tent to pitch, Hilo. I walked over to the east-facing beach campsite on the southern tip of the island, and boy was I glad that no one was camping there. Just look at that view. It almost looks like it's AI generated, but trust me, it was real, and it was glorious. No, it's too late to go swimming. Come on, let's go this way. This way. Oh my god, that face. Hey, Elo, no. It's too late to go swimming. Come here. Come here. Elo and I spent the entire day lounging around camp and enjoying our island mega site. It was a sunny, hot day with a gentle breeze. It was perfect. I followed my typical evening routine and went for a long paddle to watch the sunset and check out some of the other nearby campsites. Good girl, Elo. Sit. Stay. Stay. It's okay. It's just me. It's just me, Elo. It's just me going side to side. Elo. Oh, baby. So we just went to check out one of the other campsites on the island. And it's on a beach. Literally a beach. So look at this view. The phone doesn't do it justice. It is breathtaking right now. Like, this is the fire pit, and this is the view from the fire pit. It is stunning. Like, there's no shelter whatsoever. So when there's sun. I think you just have to hide under these trees. That's the only concern. Like, literally no shelter, but flat ground for tents, sandy area. Yeah, it's stunning. I'm gonna go get my proper camera and get a few pictures before the sun goes beneath the shoreline. Elo, sit. No, it's just me, Elo. It's just me again. Don't be silly. What are you looking at the thwart for? It tastes yummy, Elo. Sunset, moonset, sunset, moonset, Elo set. One of the perks of the island mega site was the variety of nighttime views. I set up my camera at the east-facing campsite to grab a few time lapses of the night sky, while I sat by the fire at my main campsite. After I put out my fire, I went and spent some time under the stars from the Pebble Beach at that east-facing site. Beautiful morning on North T. So I'm on the other side of the island. I walked to this campsite to watch the sunrise. And it's a very, very beautiful sunrise. My plan for day 2 was really simple. I was going to clean up camp, hang my food, and then go for a paddle around the north shore of North T's west arm to collect some campsite reports. And that was basically it. I would take my sweet time, paddle leisurely, and hang around at each campsite for a little while. And my plan for the afternoon? Well, I was just going to stay at my island mega site and just enjoy the perfect forecast and sunny skies. Just me. I'm just doing some campsite reports on the northern shore of North T west. So I've passed 3 of the 6 so far, and I'm about to do the next 3. And then I'm gonna head home after that. And I don't think the other 3 are occupied, so hopefully I'll be able to get pictures of all 3, but we'll see. Beautiful, beautiful day. The colors are really starting to pop. Oh, good throw. Look down, coming in after you. I keep moving at a slow pace today, which is perfectly fine. I'll get back at 1 o'clock and I'll still have the whole day. I'll make a meal soon. Relax, enjoy. Clouds came out, the wind came out, which is, both of them are actually really nice, just so it's not sun beating down on me. It's nice to have a breeze and some cloud coverage. So, this has turned into a very lovely day. She's been waiting all day for this. And she's kind of tippy-toed in and looked at me. And I said no. And then she didn't swim. And now I'm gonna let her. Okay, Elo, you wanna go swimming? Yeah, let's go swimming. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl, Elo. Are you chomping on the water again? Are you chomping? Are you in chomp mode? Hey, Elo. The water's actually very nice for late September. This campsite's honestly like pretty amazing for swimming. So we got the beach landing here, the pebble beach landing. I do hate that steep incline, but the swimming, like look at these waters. This is beautiful. Oh, no, oh my god, Elo, it is so cold. Why are you doing this to me? Is that my punishment for not letting you go swimming earlier? Should I try skipping rocks? Ooh la la. Oh, that was a good one. That's when you do distract her over there and then try and skip. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, that was huge. Over there, what's that? One more over there. Go get it. Oh my god, that was like 5 skips. That was the best one yet, Elo. I hope the camera got that. What about this one? What about that one? Maybe do you want this one? Elo, I'm gonna make you go far for this one. Did you get it? No, you missed it? I'm just gonna put out a YouTube video that's 1 hour of me throwing rocks for Elo. Okay. She'll probably get zoomies for a minute. Let's see when we get to the top. And like I said, hey, don't know, you're getting yourself all dirty, Elo. Okay. I see how it is. So by the way, I got some more wood. This is what I started the day with. So I still have a lot of processing to do. Yeah, that's a lot of wood. So I don't think I've done a campsite tour yet. So I'm gonna take you guys around and show you the campsite. Elo, hey, no. We're not going swimming right now. I'm gonna do 3 campsites in this tour because they're all very close and walkable. So this is my campsite. This is the beach landing. The really nice part is it wraps around there and actually gets to the other campsites. But there's a point right before the next site where it just faces south. So you get a nice panoramic view from that point. The only thing I don't like about this campsite is the huge incline. So there's stairs there, there's an opening there. I'm taking this side because there's some grass, so it's actually the least slippery. I've tried all three and this is the winner. This is the site. It's gorgeous. It's kind of like three sections at the top. You have where I pitched my tent. The tree beside it has some ropes hanging, so you can tell people hang their food there as well. I chose not to do it right over my tent. Definitely the biggest, flattest ground. You can pitch your tents pretty much anywhere here. That's where I set up Hilo's water bowl. I like to have a designated spot so she knows where to go. Middle section here is, you got the fire pit. It has really good seating. I rearranged the rocks, so now it's a little bit cleaner. My copious amounts of firewood. But yeah, flat bench, flat bench, flat bench. That's actually nailed on. This bench is hollow. There's a hole at the top. And I saw a mouse playing yesterday, so yeah, this is actually nailed on. I thought it was just firewood, but it's nailed in here. Behind the fire pit is the path to the thunderbox. I've been using the thunderbox from that site because this one is grosser. And then here's like the third kind of section, which I was debating pitching my tent here. Definitely would be doable. It's just not as good of a spot. So it's just where I have my gear underneath my tarp. Yeah, it's very open, very spacious, completely exposed, like throughout the whole center of the site. But if it was raining, if you did need shelter, you can kind of tuck away between the trees. You can pitch tarps. And then this is kind of like side section of the site. And again, you can pitch tents here if you want. I am using that limb to hang my barrel. I don't know if you can see my rope dangling there right now. I have the hang set up. You gotta keep up, Hilo. So this is where my site ends. And this path takes you to the next campsite. So this would be if you needed extra tent spots or if you just wanted the tent to be away from the main site for whatever reason. And then this is the main site. It's smaller than my site, but it's similar with like really good flat seating, a decent fire pit. I do like the tent spots better on this site. Like I really like this tucked away spot by the shore. It's really flat and large. And here's the fire pit. This site has an even worse incline. And there's very small beach landing. But another tent spot here if you wanted. All in that direction, just tons of fallen down trees. It's great for firewood. That's where I've been getting all my firewood. You can see the thunderbox marking on that tree, and there's flagging tape leading you to the thunderbox. It was pretty gross, so I did not use it. Okay, let's keep going, Eva. Let's go this way. But as you can see, it's a very, very short walk between the two sites. Like if both sites were occupied with anyone other than a solo camper, you'd be hearing each other. So this last site that we're about to go to, it's the east facing one by the point. Back to my barrel hang spot. When you're camping at this campsite and you need to go do your business, and you follow this path and you see the sign for the thunderbox, you would naturally go that way. But really the sign is telling you to go this way, which doesn't look like a path or a trail at all. And they've used an arrow, they've used black marker, and that is very difficult to see. No one is coming this close to the marking and staring at it. You're looking at it from a distance, so that arrow is difficult to see. What it's telling you is that this is where the thunderbox is. So when I visited this site on my last trip, I went looking for the thunderbox, and I just wandered off down that path. And when I saw a tent, and I'm like, okay, shouldn't be here. And this again is just one big open to the sky site. It's just a big open patch of ground. So there's one log of seating right in front of the fire pit. Not the most ideal, but at least it's flat. And you just notice there's a craft dinner cheese wrapper in there. It's a pretty cool fire pit though. A big rock, and what's nice is that the rock slants backwards. because with these big rocks, when they slant forwards all the time, it's just bouncing the smoke right back in your face. So at least this way, the smoke's gonna funnel that way. So like this site would be nice if you have good weather. The thing is, this site faces east, my site faces west. That's why I took this, because I knew that the lake wasn't going to be too busy, so I was hoping that if I was camped on one, then no one would want to camp on the other. So I was hoping that I'd be able to make use of both sites, and so far I have. So this is kind of the obvious tent spot. It's protected from the wind because it's inland to follow this trail, but it's definitely not protected from any rain. But the view out here is gorgeous in the afternoon because you have the sun shining up on this side. Like, that is stunning. You can see the island campsites over there in the distance. There's a couple of them, the smaller islands. The next site is over there. You can walk to it along this beach, so they're kind of connected. So from this site, I can walk all the way back to my site, which is what we're going to do. Just along this pebble beach. The pebble beach is nice with Elo because it doesn't get her all dirty like sandwood. So this is the point that I was talking about. And then this connects back to my site. More of the berry bushes. So many of them. It's funny what a difference it would be between having both of those sites empty and having like just the best super site. And we're back. Okay, let's go back up. Give Elo some water. Back up the incline. Okay, that's the campsite tour. Home sweet home. What you doing up there, Elo? Day 2 was another gorgeous day, and I was really enjoying my choice to base camp at one campsite instead of moving lakes each night. I still ventured out in my canoe for several hours each day, but it was nice to have one place to call home, especially since my home was an island mega site, with multiple beaches and no shortage of stunning views during all hours of the day. After going for a late afternoon swim with Elo, once again, I decided to go for an evening paddle to watch the sunset and check out some of the nearby campsites. Sit. Stay. Multitasking. It's about 7:30, which at this time of year is very late. By 7:45, it's like very dark. That's when I want to be back to my campsite. I'm about 15 minutes away. I was treated to another beautiful sunset on the evening of day 2. The moon was rising right around the same time that the sun was setting, so I was able to watch both the sunset and the moonrise from my canoe. I was getting really spoiled on this trip. Every sunset and every sunrise was nicer than the last. The morning of day 3 was no exception. I went back to the east-facing campsite to watch another beautiful sunrise while the morning mist gently swept across the lake. My plan for day 3 was a little bit more demanding than the previous day. For this day, I was going to paddle all the way across North T to the portage leading into Manitou Lake. There are some waterfalls just off to the side of the portage trail that I've heard are very pretty, so my plan was to go check them out. It would be about 1.5 hours of paddling each way, plus any time that I spent at the falls. And of course, knowing me, I was going to stop and document some campsites along the way as well. I estimated that the entire day trip would be somewhere between 4 to 6 hours. I feel like this is everyone's biggest fear in Algonquin Park. Having a snake come up to you when you're on the thunderbox. From inside the thunderbox. Oh my god. I don't mind snakes, but I know other people do. So that's like nightmare fuel for people. So this is the thunderbox on the island site. And I'm going to show you how you get there from the landing. This is crazy. I guess this way. Sorry for the shakiness, I'm using my iPhone. So it's all that. Plus you have to go down this. It's like pain in the ass and dangerous. And this is during the day. At night, no bueno. Yeah, so it's all the way down. Nice fire pit though. Yeah, so this is the fire pit. This is from the bottom. The thunderbox is all the way up there and then still a little bit of a walk. That's wild. I just checked out that island. There's a campsite there and a campsite there. And now I'm heading this way towards the waterfall. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go slow. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. I got you, I got you. I got you. Oh, look at that, Elo. Isn't this something? We just went through there, came from there. Pretty sweet. Oh my god, we gotta go all the way down there, Elo. We gotta see what that's all about. And we're going slow. We're moving slowly. Okay, come on. Wow. Yeah, I know. Selfie cam with Elo. Hey baby. Are you having fun? This spot is gorgeous. Okay, how did we get out of here? Let's go. Yeah, let's go this way. This way, you will. Elo, okay, we're gonna go up here. Okay. You make the rules, Elo. You make the rules. I just get dragged along. What's up? It's good. Come get me, Elo. Come on, crazy dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. We just finished at the waterfalls, went for a swim at the portage landing, and now I'm just going to get all my stuff organized, get the canoe back in the water, and I'm going to paddle back. The plan was to check out a whole bunch of campsites on the way back, but we've already been gone for like 4 hours, so I think I'm just going to paddle home. It's still another hour and a half paddle to get back, so what a stunning day. Okay, you wanna go in the sun? Let's go in the sun. Let's go in the sun. Whoa, what are you doing? You can't jump on me like that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'll let you go. You can walk yourself, Hilo. Let's go. Yo, take your own leash. Let's go. Sit. You're a good girl. Hey. The sun is so nice. Want to guess how I spent my third evening? If you guessed that I went for an evening paddle to watch the sunset, well, you'd have guessed right. I'm predictable, I know. But hey, it's my favorite time to be on the water. It was a bittersweet feeling for me on my final morning of the trip. The past 3 days had been amazing to me. The weather was perfect, I had so much fun playing in the water with Hilo, the waterfalls were gorgeous. Packing up camp was hard, I really didn't want to leave. But one thing was for sure, that sense of finality that I was chasing from my previous 6-day trip that was cut short, well, I definitely achieved that. I'm really happy that I decided to come back to North Tea Lake for this trip. This is everything I packed. Sandals, tarp, duct tape, first aid kit, bag of bags, water jug in there, raincoat, tarp, sleeping pad for Hilo, sleeping pad for me, bag of electronic chargers, bag of ropes and pegs for the tarp, camera tripod, ultralight down jacket, tent, day pack, tent footprint, bare hang rope, a dry bag with sleeping bags, and all clothes and pillow in it, chair, microfiber towel, camera, and Hilo's leash. All in the pack, most of it, barrel and Hilo's water bowl, and then canoe and canoe gear. That's all. Time to pack. go. And you just can't see a single thing. The sun is rising over there. I mean, within 30 minutes it will be visible, and within an hour all of the mist will be cleared. But right now, it's pretty, but I can't see where I'm going. But I'm going to set out anyways. Big smiles on the portage. Always big smiles on the trail. My barrel, camera bag, canoe, Indigo on my waist. I'm going to end this video with a bit of a story. This will be the shortened version. The full detailed version is available in the full trip report on my website. So, on my way into the access point, I was running low on gas. I thought I had budgeted my remaining fuel perfectly, but I forgot that the dirt road leading into the access point would eat into my remaining fuel a lot faster than my highway driving. I watched the estimated fuel plummet down as I approached the access point. There was only one gas station in town, and I was really concerned that I wouldn't make it back there with the estimated kilometers that I had left in my tank. But I decided to start my trip and worry about it later. Well, now it was later. Remember the guide that I mentioned I met on my first day of my trip at the end of the portage? His property was right beside the access point, and he told me to drop by when I finished my trip. I decided to take him up on that offer. Their company is called Driftwood Paddle. They offer guided trips and outfitting in the northwest region of Algonquin Park. I ended up speaking with Kieran and his brother Chris for close to 2 hours. At the very end of the conversation, I asked if there was cell service on the road leading into town, while explaining my gas predicament. They said that there wouldn't be any cell service, but they immediately offered to top me up. I was absolutely not expecting that, but of course I wasn't going to refuse their generous offer. With the extra gas from the Driftwood brothers, I made it back to the gas station. But here's the funniest part. The gas station was closed. I laughed out loud when I got there. Even if I somehow managed to scrape by with my remaining fuel, I would have been totally screwed at that point. The next closest gas station was around 25 kilometers away. Thankfully, with a top-up from the Driftwood brothers, I made it to the next gas station no problemo. For the entire trip, things had gone in my favor. I snagged the island mega site, I had unbelievable weather, the scenery was fantastic, and now this. It was the perfect conclusion to a perfect trip.